Hello, hello. My name is Callista and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. In the last episode, we attended the Animancy hearings. Things were going pretty well, I thought, until Theos decided to make an appearance. He hopped bodies, killed the Duke, and the Animancy hearings have just dissolved into chaos. Now, we've passed out. We had a moment. Oh dear. Oh dear. The words, "Shall I end it for you?" ring in your ears. You find yourself gasping for breath, struggling to keep your own balance. You drop to a knee and watch as Theos hurries out of the building. The world dims around you, the screams and clashing of weapons fading to silence. All that remains are the words.
Shall I end it for you?
Theos stands at a pulpit, high above an assembly of robed onlookers, you among them, clustered around a wide circular pit carved of stone. He addresses a woman bound backward over a large iron wheel overlooking the great stone moor. Many of the woman's fingers and toes are severed, and the bottoms of her feet are charred black. The skin on one side of her face looks like melted candle wax, black and red and seeping, and the angle of her back suggests a spine in ruins. Yet for all of that, her expression betrays little of her anguish.
I am already at peace, Grand Inquisitor. Are you?
Her eyes are barely open, and her words come between strangled breaths, but they are steady, unbroken.
So be it. If you desire no end, you shall have none. I find you guilty of heresy. May the eternal prison bar your soul from passage, for it is beyond redemption.
He nods to a hooded attendant, who begins untying her from the wheel. Oh, Ximena was granted dominion of the sleepers. You open your eyes to the beamed ceiling of the palace's grand entry hall. The clangs of metal striking metal waft in from outside alongside the cries of the injured as you stagger to your feet. Theos is gone. Adir leans in, his head upside down in your sight as he peers down at you from above. Hey, you're alive! He looks you over, frowning. Can you move? We shouldn't stick around. When deer woodens get stirred up, they like to start burning things. Off to one side, you can hear the clinking rustle of chainmail, and you look over to see a wounded guard. What was that? You look over to see a wounded guard slumped against the wall. He is trying to say something, seemingly directed at you, but at first it is too faint to hear. He gathers his breath and manages to rasp out a few words. Lady Webb, she's the only... She must be told. She'll know what to do. Please, find her. Tell her everything. The guard passes out and slides to the floor, still. Like, can I go in there and potentially loot? Yes, I am looking at potential. Okay, you're just fine. You don't give a shit about anything.
Slowly now.
No one is here. No one is here, so don't mind if I do. Oh, Sidley, okay, you're still standing there. Yeah, we've already nicked from there. Yeah, do you have anything to say, my dear? Don't go out there, there's rioting in the street. Well, we have to. We need to get to Lady Webb. And I don't think she's going to be alive. I predicted that she was going to die at the end of all of this. I still think, oh, Jesus. Yeah, stand down. We don't want to fight you. Yeah, the guards are going to win, I think. Oh, Lord. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, okay, so we can't go that way. We can't go. I think we have to go up and around here, I think. No. We have to go down. Oh, Jesus. These lot are in league with the Animancers. Take back our city. Like, do we really want to... And an invisible commoner. Okay. Yeah, let's just go. Just go. They're not attacking us. Let's just get to Lady Webb's house. Oh, Lord. Oh, God. Go on, run before they see you. Yeah, go, lads. Go, lads. Yeah, it's a good friend. It's a good thing that you've got a friend in the Dozens, otherwise. Yeah, oh God. Oh Lord. Well, I mean, I'm gonna take the money. Is this... I'm getting this. No one is stopping me. Ximena has issues. This is... Dunrid Row. All of these ciphers, because I presume these are the ciphers. All of them. Dead. This is... This is a bugger. This is an absolute bugger. Okay, let's go on up. Let's go on up. I wondered if maybe Theos would try and take out Lady Webb. Now I'm wondering if maybe it was the rioters. Did the rioters get to her? Because I doubt all of Dunrid Row got decimated, but the one old lady somehow made it. Yeah, no, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, it's Highling payday. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, you're finishing in 2 days. Okay. Thank you. Do I feel ever so slightly wrong about stealing from all of these people? Slightly, but not much. As I say, Ximena has changed a little bit, but she's not a completely... Oh, God. Yeah, she's dead. She's dead. Yeah, she's changed, but she's not a different person entirely. Lady Webb lies still in her bed, an ornate cushion propping her back upright. The blood pooled beneath a gash in her chest is tacky and nearly dry. A shattered glass rests on the floor beneath her dangling hand. You can feel the faint aura of her fading essence in your chair. She had that glass of brandy. When you make contact, you are immersed in a torrent of sensory input and experience. When it calms, you find yourself in the same room, lying in bed with a glass of brandy in your hand. Through the walls from the streets outside come the sounds of screams and shattering glass and the cacophony of an angry mob. You take a sip and it warms your gullet. Across the room, the door opens behind a patient, steady push. Into the room walks Theos, the floorboards creaking beneath deliberate steps. You wait until the last of the brandy has trickled down your throat before you speak.
I was a fool to think I could tame these people.
You came closer than most.
A fine epitaph.
No worse than any.
You are concentrating, focusing with all your energy. It feels as though you are diving into a stone wall over and over, but it cracks suddenly, unexpectedly, allowing the vaguest wisp of a thought to leak through.
What's in Twin Elms?
Did you pull that from my thoughts?
I've had time to practice.
Ah.
He walks over to a small table and raises a half-empty brandy bottle to eye level. He seems to approve of the selection and begins to reach for an empty glass.
I was saving that for someone.
Pity. You know this is how it has to be.
He replaces the brandy bottle on the table with care before approaching the bedside. He sits on the edge of the bed next to you. His words come freely, absent of all doubt. He draws a long, curved knife from his belt, smeared with fresh blood. With his left, he gently pins your sternum as he raises the knife in the other, its point dangling above your heart.
Prove it.
Theo slips the knife between your ribs and pushes it through. Layers of tissue separate with brittle, papery stiffness, and blood wells up around the blade. A pulse of reflex causes you to drop your glass to the floor, and you hear it shatter. With the last of your strength, you take his knife hand in both of yours, a question radiant in your mind. For an instant, to your great surprise, the pathway to his mind is left open to you, unguarded, and the answer comes. Simple, cataclysmic in its reordering of your thoughts. As Lady Webb, you feel as though you have an answer you've searched for all your life, but in your own mind, her understanding lies just beyond your reach. You look at Theos with the wide eyes of someone seeing for the first time and draw your last breath as a black, velvety darkness descends over you.
Smoke rises above the city walls in billowing plumes that blacken the sky like a storm. Behind the walls, the riots rage on. Known patrons of Animancy are forced into hiding as looters ransack their estates and make off with their possessions. Animancers are torn away from their families and dragged from their homes to be stoned to death in the streets. Word had spread immediately that Duke Avar had been assassinated, and that an Animancer was to blame. The city wasted little time in exacting revenge, and little effort into evaluating guilt. In the center of it all, Brackenberry Sanitarium burned. And down the lane, Hadret House, the last bastion of stability in the Deerwood, had fallen silent. Now safely outside the city gate, your path points eastward to Twin Elms, where Theos is bound, for reasons that remain mysterious as the Leaden Key itself.
Oh. Damn. That is... Oh. That hurts. That hurts. Yeah. Oh. God damn. Lady Webb, I thank you. Like I said, she's what enabled us. She's what enabled us. to figure out where he was going. Oh, Lady Webb, thank you. Thank you so much. This. I liked her. I liked her. We only knew her for a very short amount of time. But I really liked her. I'm thinking, do I want to go into the assassin at large? We could do this. Yeah, travel to Twin Elms. Yeah, we're not going back in there. The floods have receded. The pass through the Stormwall Gorge is open. Finally, even the villages are better than this. Yeah, I see why you might want to leave. I see why the city's been destroyed. Just flee. Just flee at this stage. Ooh. Is now the time? Is it happening? As you cross the bridge, Aloth draws up beside you. The fires of Defiance Bay cast a shivering, flickering light across one half of his face. The other is in darkness.
Please stop. I need to tell you something.
I'm feeling things. Go ahead, can it wait? This is getting old. Don't tell me you've got another personality tucked away in there. And this is her best friend. She's not gonna joke. Go ahead.
I have not been entirely honest about my motives for traveling with you up to this point. When I finished my training in Adir, I was introduced to an organization. All I knew was that they were opposed to the unchecked spread of animency, and that they could guarantee me postings far away from the Seathwood my father and his Earl. At that time, it was enough. In the early years, I thought of them as many things. Hooded men, prudent teachers, the Leaden Key. Their rules were strict, but their guidance was clear. I sincerely believed they wanted to keep Kith from the folly of their own foolish ambitions. I came to the Deerwood a little over a year ago. My orders were to gather information on animancy in the region. A senior contact met with me every few months to receive my reports and issue new leads. She sent me to Gilded Vale to keep an eye on events surrounding the local lord, but I lost track of her shortly after that. I don't know if she was reassigned, killed, or sacrificed the way you saw. By the time you met me, I'd been on my own for a couple of months.
What did you want from me? And you thought I'd make an easy target, aggressive, you knew I was coming. I think it's funny because Ximena is now feeling things that I felt at the end of the White March. It's delayed betrayal. Delayed betrayal. I like to imagine Ximena. I get the feeling the group have probably been running. They've been running through the city just like, yo, we need to get to one of the gates. We need to get to one of the bridges. We need to get out of here. We need to, get to Twin Elms. Blah, 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 blah. Like, they're running. She's probably got sweat dripping down her forehead from all of the exertion. And he's like, oh, stop. Yeah, of course. No worries. What is it? And then he tells her this. He's been part of the Leaden Key this entire time. I think I can imagine her standing there. Just the most blank expression on her face. Like, she is not emoting in the slightest. And I think, considering again, I don't believe Ximena has pupils. I don't believe she actually has pupils. Her eyes are just kind of like a silvery, bluish white. So you can't really tell where she's looking, I don't think. And I think I have one word to describe Ximena in my head, and I think it's heartbroken. I genuinely think she would be heartbroken hearing this. She trusted Alof. She liked Alof. He was her best friend. I'm not gonna lie, so I'm aware there is no romance in Pillars of Eternity. I'm aware of that. One of the lead writers, when they were talking about Avowed, he was even like, oh yeah, I don't like romance in video games. That's why we don't have like romance options for the characters. And I was aware there was no romance in Pillars of Eternity. But I don't know, I felt in my heart that out of everyone here, when I say Ximena liked Alof, I don't just mean as a best friend. I don't just mean as a best friend and companion. She wouldn't have said anything to him because, you know, they've got this, whole, she could become crazy. She could lose her mind if she isn't unawakened. So I don't think she ever would have said anything to him. But I think in her heart, there was the stirrings of love there. And he's just, like I said, it's that image. She's falling down the cliff. She accidentally let go of the rope. She falls past a deer who doesn't do jack shit. She's thinking, oh God, I'm about to be smushed onto the rocks below. And a hand grabs hold of her forearm and she looks up and there's Alof saying, I've got you, don't worry. I've got you. The squishy wizard, not the fucking tank. The squishy wizard. And it's always the pair of them. Whenever something happens, it's always Ximena and Alof get tired. Ximena and Alof can't make that jump. Like I said, I like to imagine her there. You know, Alof's got his hand around hers. She's dangling. And the group are pulling them up the rope into that little cave. And she's just looking up at Alof's face as he's there saying, don't worry, I've got you. I've got you. And her heart just that da-dum, da-dum, da-dum echoing in her ears. It's just like, could this be love? Whatever that song from Cinderella is. Like, that's what I think of. And I'm just, like I said, I'm just like, that was the word that came into my head at the end of the White March. But obviously I couldn't speak on it because Ximena didn't know. As I said, delayed betrayal, but that was my first instinct. I was like, oh my God, Ximena's gonna be heartbroken. She's gonna be heartbroken. And so I think she's not emoting in the slightest, so not aggressive. She's never aggressive as it is, but like, I don't think she's emoting at all. I don't think he knew we were coming. It was a fluke. Us being there was a fluke. What did you want from me?
I needed some kind of direction. After that scrape with the locals, I was ready to get out of town. But then you mentioned the ruins, but you refused to tell me what you'd seen. Now, I was sure then that it had something to do with the Leaden Key. And I was correct in a way. What we found wasn't what I expected. I knew the Leaden Key was trying to stop animancy, but I didn't realize how far they'd gone. Murder, sabotage, abandoning entire districts to shambling horrors. And now the whole city is up in flames.
He takes a long, deep breath.
I'm still not sure about animancy, but I know I've been following the wrong master. Please, accept my apology, and my service. Let me fight with you to stop Theos.
And what do you really expect us to do with this too-late confession? Trust you on your word?
Pallegina shakes her feathered head and holds her hands out towards Alof as though framing him in her view. I still feel kinda attached even with the betrayal. He's got this way of taking offense that I really like. Tough one. Apology accepted. As long as you don't forget who's in charge, I'm keeping a close eye on you from now on. I forgive you, Alof, but I want you beside me, not behind me. I'm not asking you to trade one master for another. I'm finished with you. You've been working for the very people who are trying to kill me, and now you think I'll keep you around? You're even crazier than I thought. Get out of my sight. If I ever see you again, I'll kill you. Oh. He saved our life. He saved our life. I'm drawn to number 1. Number 3 is good. I really like number 3 on a personal level. I'm not asking you to trade one master for another. I think Ximena is at a loss for words. I don't see her abandoning him. Because he saved our life. He has been with us through thick and thin. As I said, he was her best friend. He was her best friend, and I do think she was falling in love with him on some level. Some, like, secret, hidden love. Like, I don't even think it's something she necessarily would have even not subconsciously, that she would have consciously been aware of. I think maybe it's only now that she's like, why is my heart breaking? Why do I feel so sad? Why does this hurt so much? Like, what is this feeling? I think for once in her life, Ximena has no words to give. She's willing to accept his apology. Whether their relationship can go back to what it was, whether they can develop that friendship again, I don't know. But I think for right now, she has no words. Apology accepted.
Thank you. This is a great burden off my shoulders.
His voice is solemn and quiet. No, she has no words. Let's go. Oh my god, it finally happened! Like I said, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to, yeah, you can go in the back. You can go in the back. Ximena's like, yeah, you go to the back now. A deer is my ride or die. Also huge. This has nothing to do with Heravius. Heravius, you're fine, but like, I just get the feeling she'd be like, yeah, you don't get that slot anymore. Oh my god, the heartbreak. The heartbreak. Yeah, there's Twin Elms. I kind of want to take a wee bit of a break, so I think I'm gonna head back to Cadnua. And I'm thinking in the next episode we'll go take care of the army that's been hounding us for a while. We will deal with Lord Gathbin.
I must say, I'm impressed.
Hush now. Hush your honeyed words. Ximena will hear them no longer. Yeah, everyone's... Oh, hello. A deer wants to talk to us. Okay, in which case, let's go in the inn. The inn is a nice place. Let's go in here. And I'm thinking I might also talk to Durance. It's been a while. It's been a while. Okie doke. Yeah, I am going to bring this episode to a close right here in the next one. I think we might have a talkie episode, and then after that, we're going to go deal with Lord Gathbin. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. A special thanks to my channel members such as SM2K, Christopher K. Davies, CGG, the named user, and Kevin Bicknell. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.